wet coast. Okay, it's absolutely stunning. Views. There's loads of it. Brave the wind, I'll hold onto my phone. Ready? Brilliant! Woohoo! This formation's the salt pot. Okay, this is Zoe and Helen about to go on our helicopter ride of the coastline by the Great Ocean Road, and we're very, very excited. Woohoo!
Hello, welcome to 12 Apostle Helicopters. My name is Daniel. We're off to see the 12 Apostles and the London Bridge. If you want to give yourselves a big wave, you're on the camera up the front here. Let's get going. Okay ladies, so as we cross the coastline today, you're going to see 5 apostles on your left and 2 on your right. There was never 12 apostles, there was only ever 8. And in 2005, the 8th fell, leaving us with 7 remaining today. The Apostles originally called the Sound Piglets until 1950 when they changed the name to the Apostles. Last Apostle here on our right hand side with the green top. Everything from here on out is separate to the Apostles and have their own unique names, and we'll see them again on the way back. Starting with the 2 on our right, they're called the Twin Sisters, followed by the Salt and Pepper Shaker and Razorback Ridge. Next on our right is Muttonbird Island, which got its name from all the thousands of muttonbirds that migrate each year from Alaska and nest on the island. Next on our right is Baker's Oven. Baker's Oven got its name from resemblance of an old school wood-fired pizza oven. Next on our right is Sentinel Rock. Sentinel Rock is the tallest rock stack in the Port Campbell National Park. It stands at over 200 feet tall. Have a look on top of the cliff line there, you'll be able to see the Great Ocean Road and a few cars passing by. Gives a good reference to how large Sentinel Rock actually is. Next on our right is the township of Port Campbell. Port Campbell's home to roughly 500 permanent residents, and in the summer months can see that swell to 2,000 per night. This next stretch of coastline through here is called 2 Mile Bay. 2 Mile Bay is said to have one of the largest surf breaks in Australia, and from time to time you'll see the surfers out here getting towed in by jet skis. Over to the right there we have the arch. As the arch is large enough to be able to fly this helicopter through, although no one's ever tried it. If you have a look at the base of the arch there, you'll be able to see a couple of large rocks. One of those large rocks is the size of this helicopter. This point we're approaching now is called Point Hess. If you have a look at the very tip of Point Hess, you'll be able to see a set of stairs that's been carved into the cliff face. This was done by the fishermen back in the day so they could access the water below. And then as we come around the corner, just off from the beach here, we have London Bridge. As London Bridge was connected to the mainland until 1990 when it collapsed, seeing 2 sightseers stranded on the outer portion, which you can see today. So we're going to make our turn here, ladies. I'll put you back on the main camera if you want to give yourselves a big wave. Yeah. And as we roll out of our turn, you'll start to see London Bridge on your left-hand side. Over to your left, you'll be able to see the arch again. As we get a bit further along, you'll be able to see straight into the Bay of Port Campbell. This gives a great view of the township. If you have a look at the bases of the cliffs along here, you'll be able to see how much erosion is taking place. These cliff lines are eroding around 2 to 5 centimetres per year, making it one of the fastest eroding coastlines in Australia. Now we're approaching Sentinel Rock on our left-hand side, and then just behind Sentinel Rock is Horseshoe Cove. Horseshoe Cove's home to a colony of penguins, and they live up in the cave behind the beach there. And that is Sherbrooke Beach. Next on our left is Muttonbird Island, which looks very similar to a seahorse or a question mark. Up behind Muttonbird Island is Lockhart Gorge. This is where the famous ship, the Lockhart, ran aground in 1878. Had 54 passengers on board and only 2 survived, Tom Pearce and Eva Carmichael. And they washed up on the beach inside the Lockhart Gorge there. And now we're coming back up to the Apostles, guys. So starting with the one with the green top on our left, that's number 1. The next one along with the pointy top, that's number 2. A little bit further on from that, we have a group of 4, which is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Number 7 stands up the back by itself, and then in between 6 and 7 is number 8, which collapsed in 2005. Just past the point is Gog and Magog, and they're separate to the apostles. Over to our left we have Gog and Magog, separate to the apostles, and then just on from Gog and Magog is Gibson's Steps, where you can access the beach, ladies. So as we make our turn across the coastline today, you're going to get a really good view of the apostles all lined up on your left hand side. There we go, ladies. Thank you very much for flying a 12 Apostle helicopters. Put you back in the main camera if you want to give yourselves a big wave. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
So this is London Bridge. Originally, where the gap is, there was a second archway, and several years ago, not exactly sure when, there were some tourists along at the end when a wave came and just when they got stranded on the section that's now on its own. So it's a little bit of a hazy afternoon, not overly cold. I'll give you a little shot through there of the marina and back to St Kilda Beach, and a little shot here of the breakwater that I've just been wandering, where there's a little colony of nesting little penguins. Just seen one, got a photo of it. Very cute little thing. They come in at sunset, which is in about an hour and a half, so I'm not likely to stay for that.